I'm going to start this off with a little story. I remember being younger and, just being on the couch in my house. I had like a nice little bowl of fruit and I was reading a book and I had a movie playing in the background. Sometimes when I read a book, I put a movie on too. I know it's weird, but overstimulation, this is what I was doing back in the day. And then I would get a FaceTime and I'm like, I shouldn't pick it up. Like I told myself I wouldn't pick up phone calls. Okay, whatever, let's pick it up. And it's all my boys, bunch of music playing, bunch of beautiful women, and they're just having the time of their life. And I'm like, damn. They're like, where are you, bro? Where are you? I'm like, obviously not having fun. Thought I was. But, that was like my life every single weekend. Then I'd pick up and go out and, it would be quote unquote fun. Go out, talk to these girls, a lot of music, a lot of alcohol. And that's what it would be. And that's what I thought like life was. Like, I'm going, I'm hype. I would get excited, right? Going to whatever they're at. See, this is the tragedy of FOMO. And FOMO is the fear of missing out. But here's the thing. FOMO is not actually missing out. FOMO is the fear of missing out. They would be telling me, like, a lot of guys would tell me, oh, it's going to be lit, man. It's going to be a crazy night. Oh, it's a movie. And it really, like, wasn't. So whatever the expectation you have typically isn't it. It isn't it. And whatever the reality is somewhere between, like, your, like, lowest expectation, like the most boring thing ever, and the psychological expectation that you create of what this is going to be. The hyped up version of it. And FOMO is a very interesting thing that a lot of young people deal with because, look, you don't want to miss out. One of the things that we used to say when we were promoting at the nightclub was, you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to show up. We have a special guest probably arriving later tonight. We're not sure, but they're going to be here. You want to be here. You don't want to miss it. All these marketing phrases because they prey on people's insecurity of missing out. And I think the superpower in the world is learning that you're not really missing out. Honestly, the next step up is focusing on working on yourself, building yourself up to become a better person so that the world is going to eventually miss out on you and your progress and your development and your growth. We'd say this stuff at the nightclub. You never know who you're going to see. And it would get a lot of people to come out and nobody would show up. And like a lot of times the nights would go well because everybody came out thinking they were to see somebody. And the reality is they just ended up seeing each other over and over every single weekend. Every now and then we'd have a big guest, but most of the time, it wasn't so crazy. But people still came because people don't want to miss. Because the time that we do have a big guest, it is lit. It's crazy. You don't want to miss out. So it's that idea. It's that mindset that keeps people constantly investing in the idea of going someplace that they know that's not really going to be good on the average occasion. But going out and partying and all this stuff, it's just like such a waste as you get older, and you start to realize that. And that's why there's not like 60-year-olds popping bottles in the club, and if they are, they're doing it for some kind of corporate event. It's not really what it is, because at some point you realize like this is not what life is. It's not just getting blackout drunk. It's not doing all this pointless stuff. And sitting at home, reading the book, and maybe watching the movie, and spending time with the wife is really where the magic is happening. It could be, if you're a girl too, like, right? It's not always about going out and showing off your dress and getting attention from a bunch of guys that you'll never even talk to. It's not even about that. I go out now and I'm like, why do people do this? I remember being like at a nightclub recently and I was like, I'm yawning just thinking about it. Honestly, like I was like, what am I doing here? This is so annoying. My eardrums are going deaf. There's liquor everywhere. People are blacked out. People don't even know each other's names and they're like acting like best friends. They're making memories of nights that they won't even remember. I could be at home right now, my dog's chilling on the couch, eating some fruit, relaxing. I could be chilling. I don't need to be here. See, like when you go out is when you realize like, hey, this is not all it. This is not all that. It's exhausting, honestly. It's exhausting waiting in line for the bathroom. It's exhausting being crowded by people. It's exhausting waiting at the bar for a drink that you don't even want to drink because it tastes terrible, but you need to get loose because the situation in itself is not fun enough. So you gotta literally destroy your liver, destroy your mind to enjoy the moment. I mean, look, see, you're not really missing out. Just, if you're going to go out and you don't want to go out and you know you're not supposed to, just play this and just listen to me. You're not going to miss out. You're really not missing out at all. It's the fear of missing out. It's not actually missing out. Actually missing out rarely ever happens. You really are not missing out. And here's the real mind trick. You need to be so lit in your own life that people are missing out on you. People are missing out on your progress. People are missing out on a documentary that could be formed for the future of you just becoming the best version of yourself. Like these moments right now, me sitting in this penthouse recording this, when I become, even more successful and stuff like that, people will be like, yo, I wish I was there when Sumi was around. That's what I really believe. I think right now there's a camera crew on me. I think right now people are missing out by not being around me as I say this stuff. Seriously, I do. Call me narcissistic, call me egotistical, but this is truth. I believe that people are missing out on my life, and I create my life as focused, as disciplined, as lit as possible so that, people feel that way. You're not missing out. It ain't that special. That party you're trying to go to, it ain't that lit. That girl that is probably at that party, she ain't gonna come home with you. That guy that's at that party, he's not gonna really care. Like, look, stop feeding yourself all this nonsense. Instead, create a lifestyle around yourself, an aura around yourself of success, of focus, of discipline, and just lock in. I hope this video helped you. I hope this episode helped you. Definitely subscribe to our podcast on all major platforms. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time here with me today. It means a lot that you would take your busy schedule and allocate some of those minutes here with your boy Sumi. So, till next time, guys. Peace out.